are live at Morgantown Ice Arena. Quinn Kuski here alongside of Max Hedges as we get ready for the second game of a home series here against Eastern Michigan. West Virginia coming out winning yesterday. And the story definitely, I think, for today's game, Max, is 5 call-ups from D2 in this lineup.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys to look at here. Good opportunity for the boys, get some D1 looks here. I'm excited to see what they got to bring here tonight. So excited for a big game. Hopefully the boys can pull another dub.
West Virginia, and the puck is underway. Evans winning the draw, but Eastern Michigan gains possession. Evans takes it back, and he passes on now for Hickey. Hickey plays a bank pass looking for Evans. Picking it up there is Jukas. And Evans swings it on around the boards. Down it goes, and Eastern Michigan regains possession. Hickey trying to cut off that passing lane. It winds up turning over, and away goes Eastern Michigan now into the offensive zone. They take a shot, and that one covered up and held for a draw.
Yeah, game looks quicker than last night. Maybe guys got a lot of rest here, but the pace is looking pretty quick early on here. Good thing, cover that first one there. Nice to see you first early save.
Always good to see for a goalie get that first chance in, covers it up, warms up to the task. Second try there from Eastern Michigan. That one off the mark. Collins stepping up, trying to make a play on it. And now cycling it around the zone is Shikatano. Controlling there is Hintmeyer. Hintmeyer passes ahead, and away with it goes Eisel. Eisel passes cross ice. West Virginia trying to close in on that puck, but Eastern Michigan gets it, and they'll send it all the way down for what will be an icing.
Yeah, my bad. I'm just chowing down my Jimmy Johns right now, but guys always get the early whistle early on. Get the boys calmed down, but also at the same time, always like to get the game get going here. So. Yeah.
Offensive zone draw for West Virginia. It is won by Eastern Michigan. Now Eastern Michigan brings it out through center ice, and Hintmeyer able to force a turnover, but he loses it right back. Collins steps up at the blue line, and he forces it back to center momentarily. Now Eastern Michigan enters the zone. They take a shot. That one blocked off. Rebound trying, a good save from Huff off the deflection.
That's a big save there. Huff really moved across the crease there. I don't know how goalies really do that stuff, but he did it.
Good reaction by Huff off that puck, deflecting off a defenseman. It goes right across the ice for a one-time blast. Huff gets there, covers up. Defensive zone draw won by West Virginia. They send it around the boards for Ventura. Ventura trying to pass it along there, and that one intercepted and taken back and dumped in by Eastern Michigan. Huff settles it down around behind for Morris. Morris holds and waits for reinforcements. Morris steps out now, and he brings it ahead. Morris nearly mishandles that one as he slowly brings the puck along and now dumps it into the zone.
Nice little nifty move there by Morris. Got the puck in deep. That's what we need right now.
Eastern Michigan bringing it up through center ice and now into the offensive zone. Good intercept there, and that puck gets sent back to center where Batchelor goes after it. Batchelor turns it over back to Eastern Michigan, and it's picked up by Morris. Morris steps by a couple, and he nearly works his way through everybody, but Eastern Michigan able to send it back down where it's settled behind the net. Batchelor passes along, and it's brought ahead now by Mohert. Eastern Michigan back with it at center ice. They take a shot, and that one right into the chest of Huff. Saw it the whole way, and he'll hold for a draw.
Huff just swallowing the pucks today. He's looking good early on. Looks confident.
Definitely what you want to see from the goalie. Good rebound control, not letting anything come out.
Oh, definitely. Early on, get the goalie, get some good looks, get the cover there. Just only build confidence for later on in the game.
Offensive zone draw shot in by Eastern Michigan. Huff jumps on top of that one. And West Virginia here looking at a 4-0 shot board. Not really what you want to see, but Huff strong in the net so far.
Yeah, that's what goalies are there for, to stop the puck. They're not really high-quality shots, so the boys are still playing good. But this is the D2 guys we call up here on the line. Let's see what they can do here for us.
Now bringing it ahead is Mohert. Mohert takes the shot, and that one patted aside. And that puck comes out almost to center, but Shikatano with a good play there to hold it at the line. Mohert pinches in, and now Sable coming in to try and assist. But Eastern Michigan stays with it, and they clear it cross ice and now to center. Shikatano blocks that one off and gains possession back for West Virginia. He tries to play one up the boards. That one deflects along. And now Collins goes down and retrieves it. Collins swings it around the boards, off the mark as he attempts to hit Sable. And back with it now is Eastern Michigan. They'll send it back in deep. Collins retrieves it off the stick of Huff. Collins passing along, and now with it is Mohert. Mohert sends it in deep, and down it goes where it will be collected by Eastern Michigan in their defensive end. Eastern Michigan from center ice. They look to free up space. And that pass deflects around and is picked up by Hickey. He'll drop off for Morris. Morris plays it across for Evans. Evans plays that lead pass looking for Jukas, but all the way down it will go for icing.
Yeah, just missed that pass there, but good look by Evans there. Saw the boys streaking down the ice there on the left side, which is a little too much pepper on that, but good look. Like what I see.
Defensive zone draw upcoming for West Virginia following the icing. They just made a line change, so no concern over the inability to change here. Evans on the draw for West Virginia. Face-off taken by Jukas of West Virginia. He steps by a couple guys and now into the offensive zone. Jukas takes a shot and that one held and played off by Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan from their defensive zone, they swing it back around the boards. And now West Virginia collects it. Morris, he passes down low. There it's taken and sent around by Wilson. Wilson goes to Evans, and Evans tries to pass it up into the middle, but it's intercepted, and Eastern Michigan goes away. Hickey settles it down in the defensive zone. He swings it around for Morris. Morris holds behind the net. Morris flips one along, and away goes Eisel. Eisel under the offensive zone. He takes a shot. That one deflects up and out of play.
I didn't see what happened there, Quinn. Did that hit the stick getting out?
Yeah, I think it hit the Eastern Michigan defenseman's stick and deflected up out of play.
Yeah, it just looked like a weird angle. It looked like a souvenir for the fans out there. You're welcome.
Vermont on the draw. He's got Hintmeyer and Eisel with him. Collins and Shikatano at defense. Eastern Michigan has possession, and they'll bring it out of the defensive end to neutral ice. Eastern Michigan with a shot. That one deflects up into the roof and back out of play. Good defensive play there from Shikatano to block off that shot into the ceiling. Face-off won by Eastern Michigan. They send it down low. That shot blocked off. Now trying to step by there and unable to do so, Eastern Michigan takes it back.
Hey, interesting no call from the ref there. It looked like a career tripping on Hintmeyer, but this is one of those days.
Eastern Michigan from the offensive end looking to pass one out in front. Going for the wraparound try, and that one blocked off by Collins. And now a long flip out looking for Hintmeyer. He's unable to skate onto it, and Eastern Michigan comes away with the puck. Eastern Michigan with a shot, but a good back check there. Good defensive play from Hintmeyer, not letting that shot get off.
With defensive awareness by Hintmeyer, realizing the guy's about to take a shot and just hitting him with the stick a little bit.
Eastern Michigan looking to work it in deep, but now it's taken around behind, and that one goes up out of play, almost making its way up to us up here.
I'm not sitting behind the net right now, so I'm pretty happy to make it up here. I can't catch a thing. Anything in the air, if you see me play, like, once that puck's in the air, I have no idea what I'm going to do, so.
Take us off here.
Cecile on the draw for West Virginia. Face off one, Batchelor trying to play it back, and now it's battled for along the boards right in front of that West Virginia bench. Both teams continuing to try and rip that puck free. Finally, it comes free. Eastern Michigan takes it, and they'll dump it in cross ice. Morris collects it. Morris bumps off what could have been a big hit, and now skates away with it. Morris all the way into the offensive end. Morris looking to go coast to coast with this shot, and that one patted aside. Searcy holds it at the blue line. He sends it in down low. Pass looking for Batchelor, just off the mark, and away comes Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan with a shot, and that one high and wide over the glove of Huff. Ventura passes that one along. That one taken by Eastern Michigan, intercepted by Searcy, and now he chips it up and out of play.
Those couple plays by Morris, man, he impresses me. On the ice, he's my deep partner most of the time, so when he gets by the net, he likes to hit that puck behind the net and bounce back on it. He just did that right there. I don't know how he does it. Kind of confuses me, but nice place, get up puck on the ice. Hopefully he can do that tomorrow too.
Yeah, Max, I'm going to propose a new locker room nickname for Morris here. Call him the defensive Datsuk from here on out. I think it might be deserving.
You know, he's got some fancy dangles sometimes, so I might have to be calling him defensive Datsuk.
Batchelor brings it into the zone. He takes a shot, and that one held for a draw. West Virginia seems to kind of be warming up to the task here. They started out with 4 shots unanswered from Eastern Michigan. Now it's been 4 shots unanswered for West Virginia, and it's been all West Virginia for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
I think the biggest problem we've had so far with starting games is sometimes we start off slow. So probably a little bit more the same today, but we got to get the gears rolling quicker, and it looks like we're doing that right now, though.
Face-off sent around the boards. Collins steps up to try and cut it off and does so successfully. West Virginia trying to keep it in the zone, and that one flips up high off the glass and goes all the way down, where Collins will come back to settle it. Collins from behind the net. Now he steps out from around behind, and he passes one. That one deflects off glass and comes back in where it's collected by Shikatano. Shikatano plays one off for Evans. Evans trying to step by, and he turns it over back to Eastern Michigan, and that pass misses everybody, but they win the race down and negate the icing. Eastern Michigan looking to pass one out in front. This one intercepted by Jukas. He steps by one and has to pass it off there, where it's dumped in and around the boards by Wilson. Evans goes to retrieve. Eastern Michigan dumps one in. This one wide of Huff, and all the way down it goes, where Morris gains possession. Morris fends off a forechecker, and he passes along, where it's taken now by Forsyth. Forsyth slips by one, and he'll dump it on into the zone, where it's settled down by Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan's just trying to play a simple game right now. Dump the puck in, trying to get it, make the defenseman, our defenseman play the puck, but the boys doing a good job out doing that.
Eastern Michigan, now they work it into the offensive end. They pass one out in front for a shot, and off with a good save, and a big defensive play from Morris. Eastern Michigan, they swing it around the boards. This time it's picked up by Forsyth. He passes along. There it's taken by Iso, and he clears it out, where it's picked up now by Hittmeyer. Hittmeyer with speed into the zone. Hittmeyer takes it up. They hit the post on the pass to Vermont. Eastern Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. Morris steps up and he takes a shot, and that one gloved down. Great chances on both ends of the ice, just seconds apart.
Yeah, Morris saved the goal there. He swatted that puck in midair. He should probably try for the baseball team after that one. But Mountaineers had a good shot, good chances down there, train chances. It looks like it's going to be who can bury those chances right now.
And the playmaking of Hittmeyer for West Virginia rears its head once again as he dishes one over to Vermont, and Vermont drills the iron, and this game stays even at zeros. Pass back to the blue line. This one collected by Shikatano. He has to retreat back to center to get it. Now Collins passing ahead. That one deflected along by Ventura, and going after it is Searcy. Searcy tries to pass one out in front. A shot from Batchelor, and that one gets saved. Eastern Michigan works it out to center ice, where it's taken back by Collins. Collins passes ahead, and Searcy takes a shot in open ice. Never saw the hit coming. Huff settles it down, and it's collected by Shikatano. Shikatano banks one off the glass for Batchelor. It's intercepted by Eastern Michigan. They look to work one in the slot, and a shot in there, and that one patted aside by Huff. Eastern Michigan from their defensive zone, they'll look to restart the attack. That puck chips in. Huff knocks that one to the side, and it's collected now by Collins. Collins passes off now, where it's taken by Modert. Modert passes ahead, and there it's dumped in by Ventura. Ventura chops that one down at the line, but now it's taken back by Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan swings it around the boards, and going back to collect it there is Morris. Morris chips it off the boards for Hickey. Hickey looking for options, looking for that outlet pass. He finds it now, and away goes West Virginia in the form of Lane. Lane takes a shot, and that one's snared in the trapper and held for a draw.
The Mountaineers defense are doing a really good job of using that reverse. I've seen them probably 3 or 4 times already. Morris has done it a couple of times using that reverse, really giving the other defenseman time and space to make a play and make a good breakout pass.
West Virginia now with an offensive zone draw. Faceoff is won by West Virginia. They play it back to the blue line for a shot from Hickey, deflected out in front. And that one comes free and sent out to center. West Virginia looks to reset into the zone. Is Modert. He takes a shot. That one catches glass. And Eastern Michigan regains possession. Eastern Michigan, they bring it into the offensive end. They put on the brakes and take a shot that goes well wide. And it rings around the boards. Doesn't quite get out of the zone. And now it's picked up by West Virginia in the form of Hickey. Hickey passes off. That one off of the mark. So he was looking for Sable. And this one goes all the way down to be touched up for icing.
Looks like Eastern Michigan's looking tired out there. It's a good opportunity for Mountaineers to get in there, get quick on the face-off, keep those tired players out there for Eastern Michigan. Because it looked like they tried to trade, to try to change. You see some of the guys at Eastern Michigan, they got their hands on their knees. They're looking tired, and this is an opportunity for Mountaineers to pop one here.
Offensive zone draw for West Virginia. Evans wins it. West Virginia with a shot there. That one catches glass. And now the puck comes all the way out and goes down. No icing on this one. Eastern Michigan going to be able to make their change. Collins with speed around the boards. He passes off to Wilson. Wilson fans on his pass attempt and now connects with one, and he hits Evans. Evans brings it into the zone. He takes a shot, and that one off the blocker and held by Eastern Michigan.
Each team is getting some good quality shots here, good chances here. Just no one's buried yet. So the big goal is coming. Who can get it? That's the name of the game right now.
8:46 to go in period number 1. West Virginia leading on the shot board 8-5. No score yet. Hickey gloves that one down right at the blue line. He chips it in, delayed offsides. And now West Virginia can re-enter the zone. Jukas steps up to forecheck. West Virginia able to force that turnover. Wilson sends it off for Evans. Evans passing cross ice, but it's intercepted by Eastern Michigan, and they'll play it out to center. That dump in there goes off the skate of Morris, and Eastern Michigan retreats and turns it over to Jukas. Jukas playing a pass ahead, looking for Wilson, but that pass well off the mark, and Eastern Michigan regains possession, and they look to clear it out of the zone. Jukas tried to send it back in deep. Now it's backhanded in by Eisel. And Eastern Michigan takes possession from their defensive end. Eisel trying for a poke check there, but Eastern Michigan steps by and they bring it into the offensive zone. That shot in on Huff, and he'll pounce on top of it and hold for a draw.
So it's a fun game to watch right now. It's up and down. Each team's getting a good time possession and good shots. Luckily, Huff has been for Mountaineers, been stopping them all. Good decision by him to freeze that, get the change of pressure legs out there.
Vermont on the draw, glove side of Huff. Defensive zone for West Virginia. It's won by Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan takes a shot. That one might have gotten deflected, and a good play by Huff there to play it out of danger. That pass out in front, blocked off by Vermont. West Virginia staying with it. Now it's collected by Collins. Collins holds and looks for options. He finds one in Eisel. Eisel going with a long lead pass, trying to hit Hintmeyer, and Hintmeyer races down. Icing is called. I believe Hintmeyer might disagree with that one.
I think that was a good icing call. Hintmeyer is he was a little close to the red line, but definitely wasn't across the red line. They're obviously going to call that all the time.
Faceoff comes back to the defensive zone for West Virginia. Vermont on it, this time on the blocker side of Huff. Vermont wins the draw. Eastern Michigan steps in to try and get to it, and Huff just jumps on top of it, and he'll hold for a faceoff.
Yeah, Jacob Huff was actually playing with a heavy heart tonight. His cat passed away last night, so tough loss for him. Feel bad for him, and hopefully he can pull a good one today in honor of his cat.
Huff playing in honor of his furry feline friend, as the puck is worked around by West Virginia. Collins passes one ahead, trying to hit Searcy. That one off of the mark. Now the puck goes in deep where it's collected by Shikatano. Chickatano holds around behind as the West Virginia offense sets itself up. And he passes to a man who wasn't even looking for it. And West Virginia still able to get it out as far as center ice. Collins collects it in the defensive zone. He plays it around for Chickatano. Chickatano sets up in the defensive zone, and he passes around the boards, where it's collected now by Batchelor. Batchelor passes along for Ventura. Ventura puts on the brakes. West Virginia still in their own defensive end. And now Collins accelerates out to center, and he'll dump it down where it's gloved down by Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was the cleanest breakout, but definitely got out. Looked like a little miscommunication going on between the forwards and defensemen.
Huff there with a hard time corralling that little dump-in pass. Has to just play it off to the side. But West Virginia now able to gain possession and battle for it in the corner, where it's picked up by Evans. Evans skates away, and he'll flip one in. That one on frame, and he forces the cover-up for a face-off.
Yeah, the Eastern Michigan's just playing. They're not even pressing that much on the forecheck. It looks like they're playing a 1-3-1, so I would guess. They're making W's defensive make a decision, and just there's a little miscommunication on the last breakout. Got them running around for a little bit.
Evans with an offensive zone draw. He wins it back, and the shot comes in from Forsythe. That one catches the post off a deflection.
Those shots from the point, all it takes is a little bounce. That's where the Mountaineers need to get one. Get the shots high, move the puck from low to high, shots on net, good things happen.
Now Wilson passing one back to the blue line for Morris to take a shot. That one deflects around and doesn't go.
Another chance for a shot from the point.
Now the puck pinned up along the wall in the corner. Finally, it's ripped free, and West Virginia sends it back to the blue line for Morris. Morris with a one-touch pass, right back for Wilson for a shot and a rebound try, and that one doesn't go. Back to the point for Morris. Morris sends it right back where Jukas is in a contest for the puck, but West Virginia able to hold it in the zone.
Good keep out Morris there.
Evans trying to pass it along. That one taken now by Eastern Michigan, but it comes free for Jukas to take a turnaround shot. And that one comes free to the far wall. Eastern Michigan with it now around behind. West Virginia going ahead and making a change. Eastern Michigan does the same. That pass there intercepted by Morris, and he passes off for it to be collected by Forsythe. Forsythe goes to Morris. Morris passes ahead for Vermont, and Vermont will just dump it in.
Big push by the Mountaineers there. They had a good goal opportunities there. Little chances there. They need to bury though.
Skating ahead with it now is Eastern Michigan. They step by looking to take a shot in. And now maybe with a chance as they look to work their way out in front. It's loose in front. And a good back check there from Eisel to not allow that shot to get off. That puck deflects off the skate of the referee, and now Vermont comes around to retrieve. And a long lead pass there for Hintmeyer. It comes in all the way into the offensive end. And a good pressure there from Hintmeyer, but Eastern Michigan able to take it and get it out as far as center. Collins now settles it down. Delayed penalty upcoming for West Virginia. They get the extra attacker out there. It's 6-on-5 until Eastern Michigan touches it. Searcy works it into the zone. He drops it off for Vermont. Vermont takes a shot. That one patted aside. Rebound try, and it stays loose. Eastern Michigan finally touches up, and we will have a West Virginia power play.
Yeah, not good. Looks like Matt Chickatano is a little roughed up after that hit. D's a little short right now, as is. But power play opportunity for Mountaineers. They do need a bury here. They got a couple chances last time. They've had like 3 or 4 chances in the game. You can have as many chances you want, but if you don't bury, it doesn't mean anything. So, good opportunity for the boys to get a goal.
West Virginia with Morris and Jukas setting up at the point. Evans, Hintmeyer, and Ventura are the forwards. First power play opportunity of the game for West Virginia. They were very successful with them yesterday. That puck deflects up into the roof. Play is blown dead.
Interesting call there. You see what happened there? You see why they called the play dead?
The puck went up. It hit one of the wooden arches, yeah.
This rink, man.
Face-off taken by Eastern Michigan. They pass it along, and Jukas retreats back and gains possession. Jukas sets up behind Huff, and now he brings it ahead, passes on for Ventura. Ventura works it into the offensive zone, and West Virginia's going to look to set up their cycle. He's pinned up along the boards to the dismay of my color commentator here, Max.
Yeah, I mean, on that play there, you just got to move the puck. You sit on the power play too much with the puck. It's a 2-3 second rule I have when I'm on the power play. If I have the puck longer than 2-3 seconds, it probably means I need to move it.
Jukas with a nifty move there as he enters the zone, and now he sets up and he cycles around. Jukas takes a shot through traffic, and that one clear sightline through the goalie. Looked like there was traffic there, but the lane opened up. Both the shooter and the goalie saw it, covered up for a draw.
Yeah, good cover by that goalie there. That rebound popped out. Probably one of the W guys could have banged that one home, but not a bad shooting opportunity by Jukas.
Face-off won by West Virginia. Morris sends it around the boards. No one takes it, and it's picked up by Eastern Michigan. They're intercepted at the blue line by Jukas, but his pass chopped away, and now Morris collects it at center ice. Morris does a little spin move at the blue line there, and now it comes free for Evans. Evans banks one off the wall. Now a few players battle for it, and Evans collects it, and he passes for Jukas. Jukas lets one go. It's blocked off. Now a pass out into the slot, and that shot just barely fanned on, and it comes free for Hintmeyer. Hintmeyer lets one go loose in front, and it is covered up and held. Good chance there.
The chances are there, but the Mountaineers still need a bury. They couldn't really get set up on that power play. They did for a little bit, but once they did, they got the chances that they need. Hopefully the next couple, last 30 seconds of this power play, they get something going here. Get the power play set up, move the puck from low to high, and shots on net and bury.
West Virginia changes their power play line. That one goes around the boards, and Collins cannot get there to cut it off. Collins retreats back now as the time on the power play cuts down to 15 seconds left. Bringing it ahead there is Hickey. He passes off for Batchelor. Batchelor's pass is intercepted. Collins steps up, and it's turned back over to West Virginia in the form of Hickey. Hickey works it ahead, trying to fend off the forecheck, and now he turns and passes back, and we're back to even strength.
Batchelor. Nice look by Addison Collins, another guy from the D2 team we called up tonight. That was a very good look. Passed it right through the feet of Eastern Michigan. Love what I saw right there.
And definitely a good 1-2-3 passing play there from West Virginia to enter that zone. Led to a good chance from Batchelor, and that's what you want to see. Shots from right in the center of the ice.
Oh, exactly. Definitely Batchelor, a kid who's a freshman, getting those opportunities early on in his career, getting more confident with the puck and more shots on that.
Offensive zone draw for West Virginia. It goes back to Collins. Collins tries to take a shot through traffic. That one deflects wide off the boards and is clevered up for a draw.
It's definitely Eastern Michigan goal. He's playing really good so far. He's covered up, not allowing many rebounds, covered up any puck he can. Really, stonewalling Mountaineers right now.
Eastern Michigan wins the draw. They get it out to center where it's taken by Morris. Morris passes across where Forsyth holds. Forsyth back to Morris. Morris now passes ahead for Modert. Modert passes along, and there goes Vermont. Vermont trying to step his way in. But now it's taken back by Eastern Michigan. Clock's under 1 minute to go in the first. Eastern Michigan with a good move by Morris, but Morris with a good recovery to force that puck around behind. He sends it up to the blue line for a shot through traffic, and that catches glass. Now the puck rings around the boards. Batchelor fans on his clearing attempt, pass into the slot, but it clips off of the stick of Eastern Michigan and goes out to center.
Eastern Michigan would have had a wide open shot there if that player didn't fumble a little bit.
Eastern Michigan with another shot that deflects and catches glass. And now Forsyth plays it ahead. And Evans, and a late tripping penalty in the first period.
Looks like they're taking Chris Vermont on the penalty there. I didn't see what happened, but maybe slashing. I heard some sticks clapping around below us. So it looks like penalty kill for Mountaineers.
I think the most painful part of that from a coaching standpoint is you had possession of the puck. There's 14 seconds left in the period. You're exiting the zone. That was the end of period number 1, and you take the tripping call there.
Yeah, it's something that coaches preach is through hockey is end of periods or they're momentum swingers. And if you give the team a power play to start the next period, gives them confidence, gives them a little more juice to go out and play. So not a good time.
Eastern Michigan trying to do something with this abbreviated power play here at the end of the first. Huff covers up with only 1 second to go in the period. Probably going to see, a shot from the face-off here, see if they can maybe generate just a little something quick.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how even centers can do a shot from the face-off. I've only played center for like summer league and stuff, but if they can get one in 1 second, I'll be impressed. But Huff is there and that he's a really solid goalie, so not to worry about right now. I don't know why. Is there? Okay, I thought there was more than 5 guys.
Empty net here for Eastern Michigan. Face-off shot and a good play there by Wilson. It's a good play by Wilson there, just dropping to his knees and making sure that shot can't even get through.
Oh yeah, just eating some time, making sure nothing crazy happens. Eastern Michigan pulled their goalie there. They're really trying to be aggressive. So yeah, excited to see the second period now.
Scoreline remains donuts after 145 of carryover penalty for Eastern Michigan on the power play to start period number 2 for Quinn Kuski and Max Hedges. We'll be back for the start of the second on the West Virginia Hockey Network. And we're back for the start of the second period here at the Morgantown Ice Arena. Quinn Kuski alongside of Max Hedges. West Virginia kicking things off on the penalty kill.
Yeah, Quinn, I just had to put on 3 pairs of socks in the locker room because my feet are freezing.
It gets a bit chilly up here as the games go on. But you dress warm, you'll be fine for the occasion. Eastern Michigan with it now in the offensive zone. They look to send one out in front. West Virginia rejects that pass. And Eastern Michigan trying to get that cycle going around the zone. Now they set up behind the net and cycle it around behind. They put on the brakes and send it up to the blue line. 50 seconds to go in the power play. West Virginia clears it on out, and Collins will settle it down.
Lucas there to get a line change for the PKs.
Eastern Michigan holding it behind their netminder Collins, and now they play it ahead. Eastern Michigan dumps it into the zone. Shikatano getting there first, and he cuts off the pass. But Eastern Michigan able to hold it from the moment as Hintmeyer attempts to clear the zone, but it's picked off at the blue line. Hintmeyer with it now. A few West Virginia players trying to get it out of the zone. They do so successfully. And now Eastern Michigan brings it back in offsides.
There's only 5 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Mountaineers, so good job on them to kill that penalty. Still 0-0, donuts on the scoreboard. Game still up for grab.
West Virginia neutral zone draw. If you win this draw here, they lost the draw, but if you guys win the draw there, have you guys drawn up any set plays, with a guy coming out of the penalty box, try and set something up?
I think some of that such game situational stuff can't really plan for that because depending where the puck's at, you kind of judge and who's in the box in terms of like defenseman, what line this player's on. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. So it's mostly you may draw something up on the fly, but nothing you do in practice.
West Virginia defensive zone draw. We are back to even strength here. A lot of time to go in this second frame of regulation. Eastern Michigan taking a shot from the blue line. That one blocked off. Getting to it first is Shikatano. He tries to send it around the boards, and now it's picked up and passed ahead for Sable. Sable's passed back a little bit off the mark, and Eastern Michigan retreats and they send it away, but it's taken there by Modert. Modert attempting to put one out in front, and now it deflects off the boards and sent right back around by Shikatano. Sable retreats after it, and a battle for the puck, and now it kicks free for Modert. Modert attempts to send one out in front. That one deflects around and up into the air off of the stick of Sable. Modert has it back, and he tries to send one up to the blue line. That's picked off by Eastern Michigan, and away they go on the counter. That puck drifts around the boards. Shikatano tries to lay his man out, unable to do so. And now the puck goes up and into the Eastern Michigan bench, out of play.
They got some good movement down low there on that fourth line for the Mountaineers there. Like what I see again, you just got to bear. You got to take those opportunities and cash in on them because the other team might cash in before we do.
West Virginia bringing out the first line now. Evans, Jukas, and Wilson. Face off one back and sent around the boards for Wilson. Wilson mishandles the puck there. Now he sets up Evans. Evans with a backhand pass that had a bit too much sauce on it, and it goes into the defensive zone to be collected by Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan, they work it out to center ice, where it's taken back by West Virginia, and they send it back in deep. Eastern Michigan from their defensive end looking to work it out to center. They'll do that successfully, and now they begin the process of getting it into the zone. That puck goes all the way down. West Virginia looking for an icing call, but they're in yellow, not in stripes. Morris makes a play off the boards, and he tries to go into the zone after it. Now Morris in on the forecheck.
Morris on the forecheck there. Don't see a defenseman do that every day.
West Virginia with a pass ahead, that one right to a green jersey, and Eastern Michigan steps into the offensive zone. They take a shot, that one right into Huff, and he covers up for a draw.
Good save by Huff there. Looked like a little scrum going on before on that. Yeah, Eastern Michigan's coming out. They're playing hungry. They're playing aggressive. The Mountaineers have to react quicker, do better, make better passes in the breakout. Too many turnovers in neutral zone. That's really what I've seen so far in the first half of the game.
So, Max, if you're Eastern Michigan here, West Virginia, we brought in the 5 Division II players to come up to play in this game. Would you almost take insult to that if you were a player on Eastern Michigan? Like if you were playing a team and they were bringing up D2 guys to play against you, how do you take that? Oh, there's a goal, West Virginia. We had a 2-on-1 develop when we were having our conversation, and they put it home. Vermont pots it home, 1-0 West Virginia, 16:10 to go in the second.
I think that is Chris Vermont's first collegiate goal. Congratulations to him. I remember my first goal like it was yesterday. I know he's going to remember this one for a long time. Great feeling to have. Always nice. To answer your question, Quinn, me as a personal player, I don't really care. If I know it's more new guys on the ice, it doesn't really bother me. It's not really affect my game. And I think that if you're an Eastern Michigan guy, most guys probably don't really care. They're just here to win.
There you have it, West Virginia. Maybe no hard feelings between them and Eastern Michigan for the D2 call-up, and Eastern Michigan might have some hard feelings about that goal as they try to answer back.
It was a great 2-on-1 development there, great pass and great finish. Like what I was saying all day, like a lot of opportunities for Mountaineers. They just need to cash in, and they did.
At the end of the day, you got to put the biscuit in the basket. They did it there, and now they develop another chance. Pass across and a shot, and that one goes just wide. Good chance there for Eisel.
Eisel trying to get his first collegiate goal.
West Virginia sends it back in deep. A lot of momentum right now. West Virginia seems to be flying around. They take a shot in there. That one goes around behind where it's picked up by Hintmeyer. Hintmeyer cycles with it. Now he looks for a passing lane. Hintmeyer drops it off, and West Virginia forced to retreat back to center. Collins settles it around behind for Eastern Michigan. And now Eastern Michigan, they bring it ahead and into the offensive end. They take a shot, that one off of Huff, and it kicks free for a shot from the slot, and that one patted aside by Huff as well. West Virginia from behind the net, and now they'll look to work it out into center ice. Dumped in there on Collins, he pads it aside. West Virginia with a forecheck there, and that one forked all the way out and down. Huff going to pop the glove down on it, and he'll hold for a draw.
Mark's been up and down the ice all game today. He's something I've been noticing all game. Playing a great game today. Good to see. Excited to play with him tomorrow.
Yeah, Morris logging a lot of minutes today, too. A lot of time on the ice.
Oh, definitely. But he's a guy who can handle those minutes. He's a real in shape guy. He eats healthy. He looks better than me off the ice, I'll tell you that.
West Virginia with it from their defensive zone. They bring it ahead now through to center ice and into the offensive zone. West Virginia with speed into the attacking area. Batchelor settles himself down and now passes on to Shikatano. Shikatano with a pass in for Searcy, who tries to deflect that one in. Good deflection try. Now Searcy trying to get around the boards, and he's cut off, and Eastern Michigan comes away with it. That shot in and covered up by Huff. Batchelor just seems like an injection of speed onto this West Virginia offense. He has absolute burners when he takes off down the wing.
Oh, he's one of the quickest guys on the teams. He can wheel for sure. He's just a freshman, so hopefully we can develop him to maybe even more quicker in a couple years here. So it's only up from here. Glad to see a young guy on the team who's got that type of speed.
And it can really change the game with that ability to stretch the ice. West Virginia wins the draw back for Collins. Collins passing along, that one intercepted, and Collins able to get it back, and he just plays it cross ice to open area. That pass winds up flipping into the offensive end of West Virginia, but kicks right back out to center. Collins will dump in, and around behind it goes, and Collins settles it down, but it's taken by West Virginia. Collins with it now at center ice for West Virginia. He passes across for Shikatano. Shikatano's pass off the mark, and now away comes Sable. Sable trying to break into the zone, and now stick lifting a man, but Eastern Michigan retains possession. Eastern Michigan racing with it into the offensive zone. They take a shot, and that one catches netting out of play.
Good defensive position by Hickey. I'm pretty sure that puck went off of him. He played that perfectly. Didn't let the shooter have all the shooting lane just enough so Huff could still see and he could still get in the way of that. Good play by him.
West Virginia playing very sound defensively so far tonight in front of Huff, keeping those shots to the outside. Not a lot of good chances for Eastern Michigan.
All you can ask for your defenseman. You know, you got to go for a reason. He should see some shots, but keep on the outside, low percentage shots. You know, nothing really you can do there.
Eastern Michigan with a point blast. That one through traffic doesn't find its way on frame. The Eagles looking to set one up out in front, and now they backhand a shot in, but that one not getting all the way through. And a good move by West Virginia, and off they go. Morris dangling by one. He passes across, and a shot, and that one deflects up into the air.
Great opportunity, great pass by Morris. You know, so close to getting another goal there, but great play.
Now battle for the puck right at the blue line. Hickey takes it. He passes across, and now bringing it ahead with space is West Virginia. That shot comes in. A missile from Jukas, but snared by the trapper of Collins.
This EMU goalie, he's playing pretty good right now. The Mountaineers got to keep working here. Just one goal is not going to be enough. It never should be enough. So they got to keep working, try to get those percentage shots, but the boys are wheeling right now, looks like.
Yeah, Max, this was the same goalie you played last night. Did you notice maybe any weaknesses in his game that maybe West Virginia should be trying to target right now?
I just think with any goalies in the ACHA, you just got to get more pucks on them because this league, you know, the puck likes to bounce a lot. So most goalies are really good. This kid's really good too. So just get shots at net, and one of them's bound to go in.
Eastern Michigan with a shot in from the outside, just across the blue line, glove down by Huff, and he holds for a draw.
Huff's another one of those good goalies in ACHA. Great add-on to this year as a freshman. You know, he's a piece that we can keep for the next 3-4 years.
Huff pops that down on top of that one. He'll hold for another face-off. 12-13 to go in period number 2. West Virginia leading on the scoreboard 1-0 and leading in shots 17-14. Face-off won by Eastern Michigan. They step up from the blue line for a shot. That one into the chest of Huff. It comes back free, and a few chances there, but it doesn't find its way home. And West Virginia collects it now in their defensive zone. That puck sent around the boards and picked up by Collins. Collins banks it off the glass, where it's collected by West Virginia, and racing into the zone comes Eisel. Eisel circling around, looking for Vermont. The pass lane never opened up. Eastern Michigan takes it back. Eastern Michigan through center, and now into the offensive zone. They take a shot. That one patted aside by Huff. Rebound chance, and Eastern Michigan retains possession momentarily. Eastern Michigan with a pass across the net mouth and a backhand try, and a good defensive play there to stop that shot from getting on frame. Now pass out into the slot, intercepted by West Virginia, and a 2-on-1 develops. Hintmeyer with it. He passes across, and that one just a bit too hot for Eisel to handle, but West Virginia keeps it in the zone. Vermont tries to step by. Eisel holds now. Eisel passes down low for Vermont. Vermont from the slot and a shot, and that one patted aside. Hintmeyer with it. Hintmeyer, he takes a shot, and that one wide. Delayed penalty upcoming. West Virginia getting the 6th attacker on. That pass down low, collected by Vermont. Vermont sends it around behind for Hintmeyer. Hintmeyer has it taken off his stick. Eastern Michigan touches up, and there will be a West Virginia power play.
Both teams exchanging some chances there again. I don't know who it was down low for the Mountaineers though in their defensive end, but they saved the goal there, took up the sticks because the puck was just laying there. Luckily Huff, he got by a couple pucks, but now the Mountaineers up on the power play here, so they can quickly make this a 2-0 game if they set the power play up right, move the puck and get shots on that.
West Virginia with a big chance to extend the lead here. Just as Max was saying, they got the power play. They're going with Ventura at center, Evans and Hintmeyer on the wings, Jukas and Morris at the point. Face-off won by Eastern Michigan, and they send it right down the ice. Huff will come out and settle it, and he'll leave it off for Morris. Morris passes ahead. There, racing with it is Jukas. Jukas brings it into the offensive zone, and now he sets up the attack. Jukas passes off for Morris. Morris holds. Now he goes back for Jukas. Jukas lets the one-timer go, and that one blocked off. Ventura finds Jukas again. Jukas leaves it for Morris. Morris passes down low. Hintmeyer with it now. Hintmeyer back up to the blue line. Morris with a shot through traffic. That one blocked aside. Puck loose. Hintmeyer collects, and he steps away from trouble, and he retains possession. Hintmeyer passes for Morris. Morris with a shot, rebound, and it comes free for a chance for Ventura. He has to take it around behind where it's collected by Evans. Evans back up to the blue line for Hintmeyer. Hintmeyer passes across, and Morris has it. Morris steps up. He takes a shot, deflected in front, and Collins covers that one up.
That was a really good movement by that power play there. Got a good puck movement, good shot opportunities there. Not much you can more ask from there.
And they had that screen set up in front, got the deflection they wanted. Good adjustment from Eastern Michigan to make that save.
Yeah, the score for Eastern Michigan is he's making the saves they need right now to keep them in the game.
Vermont on the draw, Eisel and Batchelor to his wings. Face-off won by Eastern Michigan. And now they go into the corner. Eisel passes one out in front, and a good chance there for Batchelor, just out of reach. This puck goes all the way down to be settled by Hickey. He controls it right behind Huff. Hickey working it ahead. He hits Collins. Collins brings it into the zone. And now it's sent down low, where both sides go after it. And a good hit there from Eisel. And the puck comes up to the blue line where it's settled by Hickey. He goes for Batchelor. Batchelor has it ripped off of his stick, and it'll go all the way down. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Batchelor going to win the race. He passes off for Hickey. Hickey going with the long lead pass for Jukas, and Jukas gets wiped out at center ice. And Collins goes back to retrieve. Even strength hockey resumes. Hickey circling back in his defensive zone, looking for that passing lane. He finds it for Vermont. Vermont circles back. Now Collins. Collins passing across, looking for Jukas there, and a player losing an edge. Now bringing it ahead is Batchelor. Batchelor tries to step by. He retreats into the corner to gain the possession of the puck. Vermont with a pass out in front, a good chance for Jukas. That one doesn't go.
That was a good pass there by Vermont. A little backhand pass in front of that. Jukas is on his right shoulder, and good shot opportunity there.
West Virginia from the defensive end. Maybe about to turn it over, but a good back check there from Wilson. He gains possession, sends it around the boards, and Eastern Michigan takes it at the point. That shot blocked off, and another pass. This one rings around the boards to be collected by Forsyth. Forsyth plays it ahead for Jukas. Jukas battles for it, and he turns it over to Eastern Michigan. And Eastern Michigan stepping up at the blue line. They hold the zone. There, a shot deflects around, never getting through. And another shot, this one into the chest of Huff, and he'll hold for a draw.
Another good save by Huff. He's making the timely saves for us right now. It was a good shot by our team by Eastern Michigan. Guy right in the high slot. That's the money makers right there. High slot is where, you look at the NHL, I think that's like 40-50% of the goals happen from. They got a clear shot up there, stood on the side pro.
West Virginia with a defensive zone draw with 7:39 to go in period number 2. Shots remain close at 19-18 in favor of West Virginia. Mountaineers look to play it around the boards, and this puck kicks free where Morris collects it. Morris from behind Huff, and now it's passed along, and West Virginia just flips it out of the danger zone, and it comes in, a dump in right into the pillows of Huff. That puck passed off there for Eisel. It deflects high off the glass. Trying to race onto it there was Hintmeyer. And now another dump in on net on Huff, and he'll hold this one for a draw.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan's MO right now is just get pucks in deep and see what they can do. They're really making the defensemen, our defensemen, play with the puck, make the pass, make them do the work. But so far, WVU's defensemen doing a pretty good job, especially Morris. He's moving the puck really well, skating down the ice with it. So I hope we can keep this up.
West Virginia with a defensive zone draw. They'll win it, and they ring it around the boards where it's picked up back again by Eastern Michigan. That puck fanned on, and now West Virginia looks to work it out of the zone. They'll do that successfully, and now they bring it up through center ice and into the offensive zone. Searcy fighting through a lot of traffic to bring that one into the zone, but he did it successfully. Ventura rings it back around the boards, and Searcy sends it up to the blue line. Shot deflected there by Ventura, but it deflects wide. Ventura puts the move on, and now he hits Searcy. Searcy goes up to the blue line and gets it right back. Searcy wanted to hit Forsyth there, but that pass just a bit too far, and Morris will retreat to get it. Morris nearly turns it over, but Forsyth there to help him out, and Forsyth gains possession, and he'll set up behind Huff. Forsyth's pass goes ahead, and West Virginia sends it into the zone. Searcy needed a change, and he'll go off and do exactly that. Eastern Michigan works it into the offensive zone now. They'll dump it in on net on Huff again, and he'll hold. That's now 3 shots in a row from Eastern Michigan that have come from center ice and not the offensive zone.
Yeah, and like I said before, their MO right now, as soon as they cross the red line, they're trying to get pucks in deep, whether they get a shot on that or not. It kind of helps in their favor. They're really short-staffed right now. I'm pretty sure there's only 12 or 13 skaters dressed for them, so the more Wesleys for them, the better.
Collins with it behind his own net, sits behind Huff. And now Collins steps out and he looks for a pass, no one there, and that one will go all the way down for what will be icing.
Yeah, that definitely should not have been an icing call there, because that Eastern Michigan guy tried to play. It looked like he had a little piece of it, so that should have been called icing, but nope, refs are refs.
Evans there tried to argue his case, but whistle had been blown. Play comes back to the Mountaineer defensive zone. That puck gets sent back into the zone. It rings off the boards there, and Evans just out of reach of him. Jukas there, and he takes a man down. No arm goes up. I was a bit concerned we might have seen one there. But play is clean, and Eastern Michigan has it in their defensive zone. Eastern Michigan pinned up along the boards. And a shot in, and that one patted aside. And the pass goes back across Eastern Michigan with another shot, and they set one up and almost put it home. And Huff jumps on top of that one with 4:58 to go in the second.
Yeah, that Eastern Michigan player kind of got lost in the soft zones there. He was wide open for that chip-in almost. I don't know what happened. It came out of his stick off weird, but, he could have tucked one there, because no chance for Huff right there. No goal could stop that puck. A little 1-2 one-time right there. So lucky for Mountaineers, got away with that.
Both sides going with full changes here. Oh, and a penalty upcoming.
Is that a penalty?
Looks like we're about to have a power play for Eastern Michigan. Didn't see what happened there, but we got a 2 minutes up on the board.
Yeah, definitely not a good thing for the Mountaineers, because Eastern Michigan doing a little push. They get a good opportunity the last 3-4 minutes, and now they get a power play. See if they can weather the storm.
Eastern Michigan trying to work it down low, and now they'll set up their power play cycle. That pass goes awry and out to center ice. West Virginia closes it off. Eastern Michigan brings it back into the zone with speed now. That shot from a very sharp angle. Huff corrals that with ease, and he'll hold for a draw.
Huff's definitely doing his job this game. He's stopping everything and anything. So Mountaineers have got to keep him getting a little more support than just one goal. But 4 minutes left in the game. First 4 minutes left in the second period. Sorry. Power play for Eastern Michigan. It's everyone's game still.
Eastern Michigan with it from the blue line. They take a shot through traffic. That one doesn't get all the way through. Now West Virginia setting up a 2-on-1 here, shorthanded. They pass across for Hittmeyer, who takes the shot, and Collins able to make the big save.
Now that was a nice save by that goalie there. It's 2-on-1 right there, and he just moved his body open, threw his glove up so he could stop it. He definitely caught it right there.
If he retreats back to try and play it, it gets played away from him, but now it's taken by Hittmeyer. Hittmeyer skies one just short of the arches in the ceiling, and it comes all the way down to be settled by Collins. A missed pass there. That pass went right off the back of the net from Eastern Michigan, but they're able to keep possession, and now they work it ahead.
Good penalty kill so far. Eastern Michigan not a lot of time to set anything up. Look a little disorganized on the power play. That means penalty kill's doing their good job on the
West Virginia from their defensive zone looking to clear it out and finish off this power play. Now a pass out in front. That one blocked off.
Save from Huff there. That guy had a nice opportunity shot there.
Now the puck goes all the way down. Collins settles it for Eastern Michigan. Still 20 seconds left on the power play. Enough time for maybe one last rush. That pass goes ahead, and Eastern Michigan enters the zone. Now West Virginia rejects that entry, and they take it right back into the Eastern Michigan zone, and a good shot there. That one covered up and then passed along now, and Eastern Michigan looks to get the offense going again.
Yeah, interesting play by the goal to keep it going there, but it's actually a smart play. They still had a little bit of time in the power play. No use to try to get a face off their own zone.
West Virginia now with just a bit of a miscue on what could have been a 3-on-1 that had developed there, as they had a man coming out of the box.
Yeah, I think it's still kind of early on the season, but the Mountaineers definitely need to learn how to capitalize advantages like that. Really execute, because other teams can execute it for you if you don't do that.
Vermont brings it into the zone. He'll pass up to the point for Collins. Collins with a shot, and that one goes just wide. Now his second shot, that one off of the stick and flies up out of play.
Another player I've noticed so far playing a really good game today is Chris Vermont. He popped his first career goal today, and he's just been buzzing around the ice. He's been around a lot of chances, moving the puck well, winning some face-offs. Great to see that from him.
I think another big perk for Vermont's game tonight being on the same line as Hintmeyer. Hintmeyer seems to make every player on the line with him better around him.
Yeah, Hintmeyer's definitely a playmaker. He definitely knows how to move the puck really well. He's a catalyst to like that vocab word. He's a catalyst to making some good plays. So glad we got him on the team.
There's your proof that Max Hedges studied for his SATs, as it is brought into the zone by Eastern Michigan.
I do my best, bro.
They have a stoppage in play there. Perhaps puck entered the zone offsides.
Chris with a K. Cecile looked like he lost his stick there. He got tangled up with an Eastern Michigan player.
Everything stays at even strength. 2 minutes to go in the second. And West Virginia controls. They pass ahead. This one jabbed along by Ventura. And now a shot from the slot, and a good chance there for Batchelor.
Yeah, good heads up by Batchelor, just trying to bang that one home. That rebound's there. Just good play there. It looks like the puck went out of bounds again. I think that's like the 6th time it's happened today.
Yeah, if you would, he'd been here for the D2 game yesterday. I made a comment. I've never seen so many pucks go out of play in a single game in my life. It seemed that it was probably every couple minutes a puck went out of play.
Well, I do know the rink's colder than usual. Maybe I don't know. I'm not an engineer, science, anything like that. Something with rubber makes it more bouncy when it's cold. I mean, I would think maybe we'll do the opposite. But we'll ask Todd. There's a room in the budget for an on-staff scientist to answer these hockey science questions.
Now with it is Eastern Michigan. They just send it into the zone, and it's played around the boards. West Virginia looking to work it back out to center ice. They'll do that successfully. And now it's twisted back in by Eastern Michigan, and it's out of play again.
This puck went out again. Sounded like a big one. I didn't know that was a stick thing hitting the boards or the puck hitting the boards. I do know these wooden beams here, which is, I mean, if you want to call it some sort of architectural beauty, but all I know is it gets away a lot.
Definitely one of the more interesting hockey rinks I've ever been to. The lower glass and the wooden beams do not aid the puck in staying on the rink.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I think this is one of the 3 rinks in the state of West Virginia. I've been to the second one. Maybe they can make some improvements on this one, but little hint to say Morgantown, hint.
Oh, and Eastern Michigan, they bring it in on the rush, and they finally beat Huff there with 1 minute to go in the second, and we're even at ones.
Quinn, Eastern Michigan was bound to get one. They're getting their chances. They're getting their bounces. It looked like that was a shot from around the top of the circles, some traffic in front. Huff didn't really see the player and the shot really entirely. So I'm not too surprised Eastern Michigan scored there. They're getting their chances. Pretty even game, honestly. I think just Mountaineers need to capitalize more on their chances.
If you're West Virginia here, you just want to make sure you get in this locker room even. A lot of momentum right now for Eastern Michigan coming off that goal. They take a shot, and a shot from the point, and that one patted aside. Rebound try, sticks are flying everywhere, and Huff's got the puck.
Yeah, the boys got to calm down there. That's just looking like pure chaos there. Guys jumping over each other. Huff, making some good saves. He definitely needs some help there. Looks like Eastern Michigan took advantage of the shot chart now. It's 27-22. I don't know if that's correct or not, but they're definitely getting at least the last 10 minutes to take advantage of the game.
And that was very hectic possession, to say the least. We had bodies flying, sticks flying, pucks flying, and Huff got on top of it.
I mean, thank God for goalies. I don't know how they do it.
Defensive zone draw for West Virginia. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Puck goes back and is controlled around behind by West Virginia. Doing his best Max Hedges impression there, just parking himself behind the goalie. And that puck goes back in, and his play is stopped.
Yeah, I kind of just like sitting behind the net and see what they want to do, you know. Last couple minutes of the last game, kind of just sat there trying to kill some time. But, you know, not everyone could be B. Morris.
.32 to go in the second period. Another defensive zone draw for West Virginia. West Virginia, you want to get this puck out of your end. Safest place is out of the defensive zone. West Virginia parking themselves behind the net once again.
I would just sit there. There's 20 seconds left. You don't want to make it, you know, like see now. Oh, all right, that's fine.
West Virginia able to get it to the offensive end. Eastern Michigan, they come in offsides, and play is stopped with 13.3 to go. Neutral zone draw upcoming. Vermont on the draw for West Virginia. Face-off battled for and won by West Virginia. They hold it now with 7 ticks to go. This puck goes all the way down, and probably a worst-case scenario there with just a few seconds left with possession. You ice the puck, give Eastern Michigan an offensive zone draw with enough time to get a good quality shot off.
Yeah, 4 seconds is still not a whole lot of time, but if you win the face-off, move the puck real quick. I'm surprised Eastern Michigan's not pulling their goalie here, too. I mean, it's hard to say that WVU have a chance to shoot down the ice before that second's up. But you know, it's what they do here. It looks like they're loading up on the left side here, which is probably a smart decision.
Face off with 4 seconds left. Puck is dropped. West Virginia just sends it all the way out of the zone, and that will do it for period number 2. Last period we had donuts on the board. This period we got French fries. 1-1 after 2.
Win the period, win the game.
For Quinn Kuski and Max Hedges, we will be back for the start of the third period right here on the West Virginia Hockey Network. We'll wait. And we're back for the start of the third period. West Virginia and Eastern Michigan in an even 1-1 tie as we get this third period underway. Eastern Michigan sends it into the zone. Morris retreats back to retrieve it, and his off of the stick of Evans and goes down for an icing. Early whistle there in the first period, just 15 seconds gone by. Eastern Michigan now with an offensive zone draw. Puck controlled by Eastern Michigan in the offensive zone. They look to cycle around, and now it's picked up there by Hickey. Hickey steps by, and he looks to pass one on, and that pass goes off the mark. And now it chips up into the air where Evans will corral it, and he dishes it back for Morris. Morris steps by a couple, and now he brings it ahead through center ice and into the offensive zone. Morris takes a shot, and that one gets patted aside, and it's loose where it's controlled by Eastern Michigan. Jukas now trying to pass one out in front. Morris steps up, he takes a shot, and that one patted away if it even got through. Now Hickey through traffic, he takes a shot, and that one covered, and whistle blows there. Puck was still loose. Ref thought it was held, and we have a face-off. Played out through to center ice, and retreating back to get it there is Shikatano. Shikatano from defensive territory. It's passed off now for Collins, and it deflects around where it's picked up there by Eisel. Eisel parks himself behind the net and lets the offense set itself up. Collins fans on that pass. He retreats back, retrieves it himself, and passes off for Shikatano. Shikatano from behind Huff. He passes around now for Collins, and Collins skating around behind the net.
The heat gun on him.
They step down and get to it, but their pass goes awry, and retreating all the way back to get it there is Hickey. Hickey with it behind the net.
Forward there didn't swing the right way. Got Hickey a little confused there.
Morris able to step by, and he'll flip one into the zone. This one on frame and passed off by Collins in the net for Eastern Michigan. Morris passes one off for Hickey and gets it right back. And the defenseman played catch. And Hickey now goes cross ice where he hits Wilson, and the puck comes free where it's collected by Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan looking to exit the zone. It kicks free to the far corner. Trying to forecheck there is Modert. But Eastern Michigan stays with it, nearly losing the puck there, but escaping out to center ice. Modert trying to step by, and he gets wiped out attempting to enter the zone.
Yeah, big hit by that guy in Eastern Michigan there.
That puck chips way up into the air. Modert going in after it, along with Sable.
Mountaineers just kind of looking lackadaisical right now. They got to pick up a gear if they want to win this game.
Modert trying to jam one home there on the back door. That doesn't go, and away comes Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan dumps one into the zone, and they'll go off for a change, and it's picked up by Morris. Morris slips by one, nearly loses the puck, but pokes it along, and it's dumped in there by Lane. This puck now goes around the boards. A few players come together to battle for it, and it's backhanded along where Modert takes it back. Modert sends it up to the blue line for Shikatano. Shikatano chips it back in deep, and it rings around the boards where it's collected there by Lane. Lane continues to cycle, and it's taken back by Eastern Michigan, but only momentarily. Is back on it now is Sable. Sable gets taken out, and the puck goes free, but West Virginia keeps with it. Collins trying to hold it at the blue line, unable to do so, and Lane sends it in deep, where it goes off the boards and to be collected by Eastern.
That line right there, not a lot of chances, but they definitely kept in the zone there. Good puck movement. I like to see the effort they're giving there.
Collins retreating back to center. He passes off there for Ventura, but it's taken back off nearly a mishandle by West Virginia and laid off for Shikatano. Shikatano with a pass back. That one nearly jumped by Eastern Michigan, but Jukas with a good play. He feeds it off for Evans, and Evans unable to handle it. Eastern Michigan working it through center ice, and they bring it in. They take a shot. That one well wide, and it's collected there by Ventura. Ventura passes ahead for Evans. Evans collects it, and he sends it into the zone where Eastern Michigan kicks it right back out, and it's taken by Shikatano. Shikatano enters the offensive end of West Virginia. He looks to step by, and he's slammed up against the boards. And now a battle for it around behind, and it kicks free to be taken by West Virginia at center. Puck goes in deep once again, and Eastern Michigan tries to send it back out to center. West Virginia takes it back, and into the zone comes Vermont. Vermont takes a shot, and that one up into the glove and held. Now, Max, what I'm noticing here, there have been a few line changes. The first line is Jukas, Evans, and Ventura, and Wilson's been bumped down to Ventura's spot. Was that something that was discussed in intermission, or is that just happening now?
Probably something the coaches did and make adjustments. In between every period, the coaches meet. They talk about what they see. They decide, what do we do? If a guy gets moved down, it maybe because he works better with the guys in the front line, or just they want to give it. It's all about when you're tie game, close game like this. You just want to see, and there's not a lot of opportunities, which we're having in the last 10-20 minutes for the Mountaineers. You just move stuff around, see anything, something clicks. So I'm pretty sure that's what the coaches were thinking there.
Eastern Michigan now trying to see if they can get something to click as they send it around the boards. There it's picked up by Morris for West Virginia. Morris continues to hold, and now he passes ahead for Vermont. Vermont goes cross ice. That one nearly intercepted, and a big hit there, and we will have a call. Or no, it's a hand pass and penalty on the hit.
I'm actually surprised that wasn't a penalty there because that guy did not have possession there. And that referee really going to play it by the rules of the game, technical, that stuff. He probably should have been in the box, but lucky break for the Mountaineers.
Maybe some incidental contact there.
Refs either in this league, they either call nothing and call everything. So this game's been ref pretty well. Good call by him. Good non-call by him.
Offensive zone draw for West Virginia. Batchelor trying to gain possession of it, stumbles a bit, and now Searcy coming over to help as the puck is free in the near. West Virginia able to gain possession. They send it up to Wilson. Wilson takes a shot. That one deflects around, and it comes free for Searcy. Searcy passes along, and it comes back to the zone area. West Virginia.
Really into it, Quinn.
West Virginia taking a shot there. That one into the chest of Collins. He'll hold for another draw. 12:04 to go in the third from Wilson, and Batchelor takes possession. Batchelor into the zone. He passes.
Just going to be mad about that. Like, hey, you make a mistake, you make up for it. Hey, that's no points docked on that, right? It's like a math test. You make a mistake, go back, make it right. You're good. Still get an A.
Evans winning that draw. Going back forward is Morris. I'm sorry, that is Shikatano. Shikatano trying to pass it along. Eastern Michigan with it in the slot, and it kicks free. And Shikatano trying to pass it along, but it's back in the possession of Eastern Michigan.
I'll tell you right now, Eastern Michigan looks hungry right now. They're really pressing right now. The Mountaineers gotta labor the storm here. Keep pucks in front of them.
That puck just went off the crossbar.
Yeah. They're puck hungry. They're being aggressive. More aggressive Mountaineers are right now.
Back to the blue line, right off the face. Puck controlled there by Morris. Morris flips cross ice. And there it's taken by Sable. Sable to be a penalty.
Johnny saves, taking one for the boys. Love to see it. Guy.
Morris passing one ahead. That goes through everybody. Skips in on goal and held West Virginia power play upcoming.
Hey, this opportunity to get the game out of reach for Eastern Michigan. You plot one here. You're up by 2 goals and 9 minutes left. Hey, that's a tough order to ask Eastern Michigan to come back and tie the game. So big opportunity to give a little comfortable lead for Mountaineers here.
So aborting there in that situation has the potential to be a 5-minute major. This one's a minor. What is the situation that the referee looks for to make that decision? What all comes as I see there's definitely a West Virginia going that Ventura is not happy. He just stuck.
Okay. See, this is why we also need a microphone with the refs so they can tell us. But yeah, good opportunity here. 5-on-5. Take advantage of that power play.
Takes off control there